All right, let's just cut right to it. You feel underconfident, right? It's probably because you look around and think everyone else is some kind of superstar and, well, you're not. I'm here to tell you that's a total lie, and we're about to tear it apart. So this is the mental trap we all fall into. You see them, and they look like they're winning at everything. Then you look at yourself in the mirror, and you just feel kind of broken, maybe even worthless. It's like you've built this whole imaginary world where you're the only person who's failing.
But here's the thing, and this is a promise. Just stick with me for a few minutes. Because by the end of this, you're going to see that the very people you feel so intimidated by, they aren't even playing in the same league. Honestly, you're not even playing the same game.
Okay, so first things first. We need to completely shatter that fantasy you've got in your head. It's time to meet the real people you're actually up against. You know that little voice in your head? The one that tells you you're the odd one out, that everyone else has their life all figured out? Yeah, that's the monologue. But here's the secret. That entire world you've constructed in your mind, it's all built on a massive lie. And trust me, it's about to come crashing down. Because the truth, the actual honest-to-goodness reality, it's that 99% of the people you see every day are completely, utterly clueless. Seriously, they aren't these titans of industry. They're not social geniuses. They are definitely not Chad. Nope, not even close.
In reality, most people are, well, they're Patrick. Yeah, just kind of wandering through life, no real plan, no real direction. I mean, just look. This is your competition.
I mean, just think about it for a second. Have you ever scrolled through a comment section online? It is just filled with people pouring all their precious time and energy into this kind of stuff, waging these insane online wars over which anime character is stronger. Just imagine the brain power it takes to get that worked up over something like that.
So, let me just ask you again. Really, is this who you're intimidated by? Are these the people that make you feel small? The ones you're so worried are judging you all the time? Come on.
All right, so that brings us to the next and most important part. Let's talk about you. Because, and this is the crazy part, the very thing that makes you feel insecure, that's actually your hidden superpower.
It all comes down to this one simple thing. You are self-aware. That is the entire difference. The fact that you're even thinking about improving yourself, that you know you have flaws you want to work on, that alone puts you on a totally different level from almost everyone else. Look, your awareness is a superpower. You get that you need to improve. You understand how the world works, that yeah, things like your social skills and status actually matter. And the biggest thing, you are actively trying. Most people, they're not even looking for the staircase, let alone the first step. And here's the real difference, right? A truly clueless person has zero idea that they're clueless. In fact, they probably walk around thinking they're some kind of genius. But you're actually worried that you might be clueless. And that very worry, that's all the proof you need that you're not one of them.
No, seriously, let that sink in for a second. Someone who's truly a fool, they wouldn't even have clicked on something like this. The very fact that you're here engaging with this proves you're already way ahead of the curve. You're already looking for ways to get better.
Okay, so now you get why you're already ahead. But let's talk about the how. How do we turn that awareness into real, unshakable confidence? It actually starts with flipping one simple switch in your brain.
You see, the real reason you feel underconfident, it has nothing to do with your abilities or your potential. The root cause is a lack of self-respect. It's as simple as that. And when you don't respect yourself, you can't help but assume that nobody else does either.
So what's the solution? Well, it's actually surprisingly simple. It's really just a two-step process. First, you have to start caring. And second, you have to do things that make you feel productive. That feeling, that little hit of accomplishment, that's the whole key. That's what flips the switch.
Just think about it, right? You automatically respect something you take care of. Like if you have a cool car you're always working on, or even just a houseplant you manage to keep alive. You respect it. So all we have to do is reverse engineer that idea and point it back at ourselves.
And listen, I'm not talking about going out and climbing Mount Everest here. We're going to start small, like incredibly small. Just do something, anything, that gives you that little feeling of being productive. I'm talking 10 push-ups a day, a simple skincare routine. These tiny little actions are what build that solid foundation of self-respect. So let's put it all together. You're not competing against a world of superstars. You're just surrounded by, well, clueless people. You have the superpower of self-awareness, which already puts you miles ahead. And now you have a simple, actionable plan to start building that self-respect you deserve. So I'll ask you one last time. Who's really ahead in this game?